All right, so I'm squaring the gantry to the y-axis. This isn't going to be a 100% perfect way, but it's going to be good enough in my eyes anyway. What I've got is a precision 246 block, and I've got it pushed against this rail. And I've got a little stack up here going on, and I got the other 246 that I sit on top. And now if I keep pressure in that direction and then slide it up against this rail and then check it with a shim stock. This is aluminum foil from the dollar store. I have checked it. It is, if I can get focused, it's 1,000th of an inch. So that's, it's going to be plenty good enough. It's going to be, what is that, 3 inches? No, it's 4 inches. 246 block. So over 4 inches, 1,000th, good enough. When you generally, especially when you, if you were cutting something that had to, the whole area of the machine had to be square within a couple, that wouldn't be good enough. But if you're doing one part and it's, 3.5 inches, whatever, and it's 1,000th within 4 inches, and it's, or, even if you're not even quite perfect and you're 2 or 3 thousandths off in that distance, the worst case you're going to be is, a couple of thousandths off really in the distance that you're working in. So that's good enough. So anyway, you put your shim stock like up against that edge. Try to do this with one hand, and you push it up. Like I said, you keep your pressure back against that rail, and you push until it stops. Now, if you got, see, it's loose there. That means that the gantry is this way, out of square. So I would need to pull this one and push that one. So I'd have to pull this in a little, push this one away a little. Now when I check it, there's a drag there. See, if I had pressure, if I had two hands, yeah, see, it's stuck. So now you check the other end, and it's not exactly stuck, but it's really tight. Yeah, it's tight enough to tear it. So it's pretty close. It's probably within within 2 thousandths. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get that just right. I had to loosen all these bolts so that it would give. These are the bolts holding the bearing blocks down. And that allows it to move without putting everything into a bind. You have to release all the tension on everything. So once I get it as close as I can get it, then I'll tighten it down. And then I will check it. And wherever it comes out squarely, I will put a mark on here. And that will be, I'll be able to use that mark on each, when I line both sides up, and that will be, if one moves without the other, I can always come back manually, turn everything off, and manually move to that mark on both of them, and it would be square or pretty close. Then when I turn the motors on, that locks in, I'll have a square machine. And I did this before, but I'm just kind of double checking to make sure it's right. And plus, I wanted to make a little video about it. This is just one way to skin a cat. There's lots of other ways. There's better ways. There's worse ways. So this is just one way I think is good enough for what I'm doing. Thanks.